Missing just one document could stop your mortgage pre-approval cold and put your home search on hold before it even starts, which is why in this video I'm gonna give you the exact checklist so you're fully prepared and ready to go when it's time to apply. What's up guys, Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you're looking to buy or sell, I have people just like you contacting me every single week, guiding them through this whole process. Reach out to me directly here or go in the description below, use one of the links that I have listed there. First, let's look at what is a mortgage pre-approval and why it is crucial. And it's basically the lender's way of saying you are financially capable of purchasing a house up to said amount. Whatever that may be, it varies. Everybody's situation is different. Just keep in mind, this is not a final loan commitment. It's just a way of showing the seller for whatever house you put an offer in that you are ready and able to purchase that house. And every single offer, this is why it's crucial, every offer that goes into a house in my market, and I'm sure it's like this in other markets as well, you have to have that pre-approval in place. It's not like the old days where you could put an offer in on the house and then look to get your pre-approval. You need to have this in place, ready to go. And think of it as like your green light for house hunting. This is, technically it should be the second step. Your first step, you wanna reach out to an agent and discuss with them of figuring out what the market is. But this is the initial step, the true green light to start your house hunting. Because at the end of the day, you wanna have the pre-approval in place and know your budget instead of guessing, because if you fall in love with a house and you then get the pre-approval after you're shown a house or you see a house and you fall in love with it, you get disappointed because you found out you weren't pre-approved for that much money. It's heartbreaking, it's devastating. It puts you down and out before you even truly begin. Now, one of the things that I do want to cover is the difference between your pre-qualification and your pre-approval. Because there's some people that I've worked with where they say they're ready to go, they have a pre-qualification where they say they're approved for, we'll just use an example of up to $400,000. And then come to find out when I get the document, because us agents, we have to see verification of the funds, come to find out it's only a pre-qualification. The difference is the pre-qualification is just an estimate from the lender. They haven't verified any of your funds yet. Where the pre-approval, they're pulling your credit, which is a soft pull. They're verifying all your funds and looking into, your bank account and everything else to make sure that you are good to go. That pre-qualification, think of it as saying, I think I could lift this amount of weight without actually picking up that amount of weight. Or, in the regards of homes, I think I can afford this home, but not actually knowing. So that's the difference between the two. And what you really want to look to do, what the best option for you is to get a conforming loan put in place, which that's going through the whole process. That's the underwriter has already verified everything, looked at everything. You are 100% ready to go. But the bare minimum, pre-approval is what you need. Now, these must-have documents for a pre-approval. You got to show your proof of income. Get your pay stubs for the last 30 days minimum. Get your W-2s or your tax credit, your tax returns if you're self-employed. Get your 1099s for the past 2 years, because they're going to be asking for that stuff to verify your income is what it is. You're going to want to get your driver's license, your social security number, because the lender needs to run your credit. So they're going to use that stuff to look at your credit. If you have any assets, get proof of your assets, your 401k, any type of investment funds that you may have to help with the whole process. Because ultimately they got to find out, can you afford closing costs? Can you afford down payment? Can you afford the house? All of that goes into it. these are documents that they are going to look at. Think of the lender kind of playing detective and really diving deep into your situation. And believe it or not, it's happened to a couple clients of mine. The lenders have actually contacted their place of employment and asked for like a letter of verification that they're actually working there, or some form of document from your employer to see and make sure that you really are working there. It hasn't happened often, but I have witnessed it with past clients that it does happen. Now, if you're a veteran or an active duty service member, or if you're a spouse that can qualify for a VA loan, two documents that you need in place. You need the certificate of eligibility and you need the DD-214. You got to have those to qualify for the VA loan. So have that stuff ready to go. And if you don't have it, don't sweat it. Lenders that deal with the VA loans, they have means of obtaining those documents for you. But it's just one less step. It's a quicker process if you have those ready to go and you could just upload them to the lender. And again, that is for you VA qualified buyers. Now, some of the common mistakes that I see that could delay or even derail the pre-approval process is, something as simple as missing a document, like a pay stub or some form of statement. Yes, that's not going to delay it long, but it just delays it. It's not necessarily going to completely derail the whole pre-approval. Another one is big purchases. That will completely derail a pre-approval. It'll completely crush your loan. The underwriter is going to say, nope, not doing it, and you are down and out. Now, big purchases, speak with whatever lender you end up using, but it's something as like, hey, you just leased a new car because your lease is up. That's going to end up getting you denied. Purchasing a new car, purchasing thousands of dollars worth of furniture for the new house. You want to speak to your lender first and foremost before you make any big purchase. And then another one that could delay it is simply just moving money around between your savings account, your checking account, whatever you got going on, investments, because the lenders, the underwriters, especially the underwriters, they are watching every single move that you make. And they'll even question some crazy stuff. I've seen, $200 payments being questioned from my clients in the past. And you just got to respond to them. Let them know what it is, what's going on. Typically, it's not the lesser amount of stuff that is going to be a red flag. But if there's something that seems suspicious or out of the ordinary, they're going to question you about it and look into exactly what is going on. So your best bet is to speak with your lender anytime you're going to do any form of a larger purchase or transferring funds, and let them give you the green light to do so. And now, one of the perks to working with a lender that is local is the fact that they're on your time zone and they can answer all your calls. It's why I refer people to my top lenders and I let them pick who they want to go through, but they're all lenders who are not on the banker hours. But it's nice that they're local because they're in the same time zone and you can get an answer relatively quick from, at least the ones that I trust and I refer to my clients. Because something like that, where you're ready to make a purchase and you're unsure, you need an answer and you need it now, not 3-4 hours from now. And just keep in mind the benefits of having the pre-approval ready to go. You're gonna know your budget. You're gonna have all your documentation in, so when it comes time, because I've had it happen with clients. If you look at your first house and you want to put that offer in, that pre-approval of having that is crucial to have it ready to go, because here in Cleveland, at least, we are still technically considered a seller's market. Not all areas, it's very hyper-local, but if there's multiple offers or you think a house is going to sell fast, you need to get that offer in, get it in quickly. because it may be something that, you know, the list agent is giving to their sellers as they come in, or the sellers are saying, let's wait until the end of the day and then we'll go over it. We just don't know until, like, us as buyer's agents, we actually ask. So you got to have it ready to go. And again, you can't even put an offer in without one, because the sellers, they're not even going to want to entertain it if there's no pre-approval in place. So you got to have it done and over with. And that's why I say speak with a realtor first, because they can refer you out to some great agents that are local in the area, ready to go. And, you know, depending on your situation, you could fit better with one over the other. But at least this way, you know who you're speaking with, because a lot of like mortgage companies, that's what they deal with, is just mortgages. Banks, it's hit or miss. I've personally dealt with trying to take a mortgage loan out with my bank, and it was a complete nightmare. And they were saying one thing and they did something completely opposite, and it tanked one of my deals back in the day. So I learned the hard way to work with an actual mortgage lender over your typical bank. Now, not all of them are bad, so I can't speak bad on all of them, and I'm not going to name names of which one I went through. But it is typically better, and they typically have more incentives if you go through an actual mortgage lender compared to just your normal banking company that you deal with. If you got any value from this, be sure to smash the like button. And drop a comment down below and let me know where you're at in the process. Or, you know, just let me know if this was helpful for you at all. Again, I'm working with people just like you that are reaching out to me every single week. So if you have any questions or you're looking to buy or sell in the area, I'm happy to help. Contact me directly here or go in the description below. Use one of the links that I have listed there. And on your way out, if you haven't already or you're new to my channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on my future videos that I got coming your way.